thank you all very much for coming to this workshop. We're at 5:32 now, so we'll make a start and people will just keep joining. If you're just joined, thank you for joining. Lovely to see so many ambassadors. I have got my top on. I'm kind of need to go back a bit, but yeah, great to see you all. Thank you for taking the time to join. First thing, just a couple of kind of admin bits before we introduce ourselves properly. We are recording this, so up to you if you would like to have your video on so that you can be seen, but if you would not like it to be in the recording, then you can have the video off. And obviously when we get to the bit where everyone can join in and ask questions, give feedback, etc., then either you can talk with your video off if you don't want to be in the recording, or you can type in the chat box. So completely up to you. And that hopefully should be most things. So if we'll then share this recording with anyone that couldn't make it, and please pass on to any of your other group ambassadors that couldn't make it too. So that will be excellent. And if I get cut off, hopefully I won't, Gillian will still be here, but if any of you get cut off, you should just be able to join back in. There's not a button to kick not let you back in, so hopefully it should be fine. Brill, as long as you can all hear me and that all sounds okay, we will kick off.
Could everyone just put themselves on mute just now, and obviously unmute yourselves when we get to the Q&A at the end. If you're desperate to ask a question during the presentation, you can jot it down in the chat box at the bottom of your screen or the side of your screen, or jot it on a bit of paper, whatever, and we will take questions at the end of the presentation. But if you can be on mute at the moment, and then you'll be able to hear what we say.
Thanks, Gillian. That is excellent. Yes, and like I said, have your video on or off, up to you. Lovely to see some faces if you'd like them on, but either way, all good. Oh, I can see we've already got some chat in the chat box. So hi everyone. Hi Jenny, lovely to see you too. Brilliant. That's fine, you dip in and out, all good. So we'll quickly introduce ourselves, because I think by now 34 most people should be on. I can see a few more of you are joining. So I'm Georgie, I'm the 5k away operational lead, and I look after the England groups kind of as a whole. Most of you I will have probably spoken to or met, but maybe some of the new groups I haven't. I've been doing this for over 3.5 years now, so hopefully I'll have met most of you, or you'll have seen an email or something from me at some point. But fab to have you all on. And I'd love to introduce you to Vicky, our new Move charity CEO. If you want to say hi, please, Vicky.
Yeah, so hi everybody, really pleased to meet you all. I'm Vicky Beddoe, and I started with Move about 9 weeks ago. Really lucky to have joined the team. I have been to 2 5k Your Ways. I've been to the Nottingham group and the Conkers group last month, and I'm going to hopefully visit a lot more. But just wanted to come on today to say, firstly, thank you for everything and all your support, but actually just to introduce myself so that you'd got a name to a face as well. So thank you very much. I can just see something in the chat there, somebody saying hello Vicky and welcome. I appreciate that. So yeah, thanks Georgie, and thanks for having me as well in terms of the session this evening.
Brilliant, thanks Vicky, and yeah, welcome. I feel like you've been here with us for a while now, but welcome to you meeting all of our awesome ambassadors. And Gillian, same for you, still relatively new, so yeah, introduce yourself.
For those of you that I haven't met, I'm Gillian. I'm your 5k UWay operational officer, and I look after groups in Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland. Fairly new to the job. I've been here since the end of May, but goodness, I've learned a lot in that time. So, and loving it. And this is a great chance to see and speak to a lot more of you that I wouldn't normally be liaising with. So it's lovely to see you.
And we've got Joe, who can't unfortunately be on the call this evening because he is working in Australia at the moment. So he's gone over there and he's just helping us for the next couple of months. He's kind of helping me with the England groups mostly, and also with some admin background bits in Australia. So it doesn't matter kind of so much on the time difference, except unfortunately he's asleep at the moment. So yeah, he's just joining the team just to help us out for the next couple of months, which is brilliant. I've just seen there's 41 people, which I think is a record for us. So amazing. Thank you very much for all of you for joining. We really appreciate it. And I know quite a few people said that they couldn't make it, and we're recording for any of your other ambassadors as well. So amazing to see so many of you. Thank you. So this is just a bit of an agenda overview of what we're going to go through. Hopefully this should only take kind of 15-20 minutes, and then we'll go over to you all for some questions, for some feedback. Hopefully you can kind of bounce some ideas off of each other, and share maybe some good stories about your groups, things that have gone well, things that maybe you'd like some support with. And it'd be really cool if you could kind of maybe think of those now, and then we'll kind of come to that at the end. Obviously ask any questions on anything we go through as well, but it would be great if you have anything that you would like co-ambassador support with, or myself, Gillian, Vicky at kind of HQ support with, so or questions or suggestions. Yeah, it would be brilliant to have a bit of a input from everyone. So I'll go through this quick-ish, and then we'll get to that hopefully. So yeah, we're going to talk through the new volunteer model, all of this that was kind of in those two kind of update emails recently, the new sustainability model, our 5K away volunteer agreement form, the new monthly support, the monthly numbers and support form, your 5K away email accounts, some shouting out about good news stories, our new website that's coming, and then yeah, head over to you all for some questions and feedback. So to start with, this is our new volunteer structure. So hopefully you can all see that okay. So this is kind of based on Parkrun's volunteer structure, because myself and Gillian and Lizzie, one of our 5K away regional ambassadors and group ambassador at Nottingham, and she's on our strategy meetings as well. We went and visited Parkrun in Leeds and learned kind of from them how to get more volunteers on board, and how to support volunteers better, hopefully. So we're in the process of learning and setting up this new model, which is really exciting. So we've obviously got Vicky and Gemma and Lucy still as our kind of co-founders, and then myself and Joe and Gillian at the moment. And then we're putting in place these yellow kind of boxes where we've got a fundraising volunteer, admin, social media, promotion and publicity volunteers. So these are to help us with 5K away as a whole. If you know anyone that's interested, please let them know. If someone does publicity as their, comms as their job, or is a journalist or anything like that, or is really into fundraising, amazing. Please kind of share. There's volunteer profiles on the website, and we'd love to hear from you if you're interested in supporting with any more volunteering. And then we've got some awesome regional ambassadors on board already, and we're just working through with trying to get some more. I've seen a few of you on here. I know that I said if you would like to say a quick hi and what region you are, that would be amazing. I know Jenny, hopefully Sophie, Sarah, someone shout hi first. I can't see you. Go on, go for it.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm the regional ambassador for the East of England, which doesn't seem to be on that list there that I can see.
Oh, I've missed you, Jenny. I'm so sorry. I'll change it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. So I'm covering sort of Bedfordshire, Hertfordshire, Essex, and anything east of there, but north of London.
Brilliant. It is because we didn't have East of England, and then someone last time pointed out that we didn't have it, and now I've missed it again. So my mistake. I will add you in. Thanks, Jenny. Anyone else?
It makes a change, Georgie, because you normally miss me in the northwest. So I'm Tony, the regional ambassador for the northwest of England, and we are always left off this map. Not that we're unimportant, but it does make a change for it to be somebody else. So hi, everybody.
Sorry, Tony, as well. Clearly, I'm not very good at geography. I'm learning with all of these groups. Thanks, Tony.
I did notice my list includes one Kent stray one.
Oh, right. Well. Okay. There we go. I clearly need to learn my geography. Thanks, Jenny and Tony. You've embarrassed me. Anyone else?
Noswedar from Wales.
Brilliant. Oh, we can't see there, Chris.
That's Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, hi. I'm struggling a little bit with the video, but
That's all right.
yeah, if I can win through, you'll see my happy smiling face.
We can hear you, so all good.
Good.
I can see you, Chris. You've got a hat on.
Okay, yes, I have. Just about to go coaching.
Excellent. Thanks for joining, Chris. Nice to hear from you. Any
Hi.
other? Go on.
Sarah here.
Hi, Sarah. Go on.
Hi, can you see me?
Yep.
Yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Hi, so I'm Sarah and I'm the new regional ambassador for the West Midlands. So I'll be covering Shropshire, Hereford, Worcestershire, Staffordshire and Warwickshire. And yeah, just getting to grips with it all. So hi
Excellent.
to anyone who from that area and everybody else.
Perfect. Thanks, Sarah. Maybe Sophie, are you there? I can't see everyone.
I
Sorry.
am here. Can you hear me, Georgie?
Yep, can hear you.
Oh,
I can see
good.
you, Sophie.
Okay, brilliant.
Excellent.
Oh, brilliant. I'm having problems with audio and visual, but yeah. Hi. So I'm regional ambassador for the South. Help me out, Georgie. Southwest.
Southeast.
Southeast. I get very confused with which one because I was the whole of the South and then it got split. So okay, so Southeast. So my own 5k away that I look after is Alice Holt, and then we've got a whole load. We've got Basingstoke and Woking and a whole load of other ones. It's quite a big area. Anyway, so yeah, that's me.
Thanks, Sophie. Yeah, we decided
Okay.
it was pretty big area because then
Yeah.
Southwest we've got more new groups now in like Torbay down in Devon and everything like that. So getting a new regional ambassador for that area as well. Is that everybody? I'm sorry, I can't see you all. Yeah, seems like it. Excellent. Well, thanks very much to our regional ambassadors. I've just seen now we've got 50 people on this call. That's really cool. Thank you. That's amazing. And area ambassadors we're working on. So I'm just kind of contacting the regional ambassadors and they're getting some ideas for people to ask who'd like to be area ambassadors. And then they are going to look after kind of 2 or 3 5k away groups each and then support those ones, and then that kind of filters up to the regional ambassadors that then filters up to almost myself and Gillian and Joe at HQ. So hopefully that kind of organization chart makes sense to everyone, and if you are interested in coming on board as a area ambassador or as a regional ambassador, there are still some gaps. Please do get in touch and let us know if you are interested in finding out more about it. So that is that. The next kind of new model, we're kind of doing these 2 models simultaneously and learning a lot as we go. So this is the 5k away sustainability and growth plan that Gillian's going to talk through.
Yes, so part of our new model is to enable us to grow 5k your way and to sustain it. We've now got 90 groups, which is fantastic, given that it started with 1 group in Nottingham a few years ago. But in order to grow and in order to sustain, we basically need more money. So part of the new model is asking new groups to raise £1,000 to launch their new group. Now, we work very closely with Parkrun, and this model and asking groups to raise money very much mirrors what Parkrun has done. We've taken a lot of advice from Parkrun. As I say, we work closely with them, and we decided as a team that to go forward, the plan would be for each group to launch would need to raise £1,000. Now, that can be done in a variety of ways. It can be done through fundraising, it can be done through local grants, it can be done through donations or sponsorship. We have a funding pack, which a lot of you will probably have seen, but if you haven't, we can email that out to you. It's got lots of good information and advice about how you can raise funds to get to your £1,000 if you're a new group. We had 4 new groups launching in the autumn, which was just fantastic. In September, we had Huddersfield and Halifax launching, and in October, Sunderland and Glasgow. And a special mention to Glasgow, you'll guess by my voice, I'm Scottish and I'm based in Scotland, in Inverness. Glasgow was the first 5k your way group to launch in Scotland. So a big cheer about that, because that's very exciting. It's put Scotland on the map and plans to launch more in Scotland next year. I should also mention that Bolton relaunched in the autumn as well. So great to have them back on board too. I mentioned new groups raising £1,000. Existing groups We're not asking to raise £1,000, but we would love your support with any kind of fundraising, sponsorship or grants. And the same applies in terms of the funding pack with the information. We will send it out, and there's lots of good ideas there. If you and your group would like to raise some money, every little helps.
Brilliant. Thanks, Gillian. I was just replying to is it Diane there about Yorkshire also missed off the list because it was under Northeast, but yes, now Yorkshire will be separate as well because we're trying to split them out a bit more. So I do need to update that. Thank you for all of everyone's points on that. Brilliant. Thanks, Gillian. This one is about the volunteer agreement form. So this was also in those emails that we kind of sent out as a bit of an update, and kind of just to give you a bit of background on the reasoning why we put this in place. It was so that we have a mutual volunteer agreement that works both ways, so that, you know, we're committed to you doing the best you can as a volunteer, and then we can help you do that as well. So hopefully the experience can be positive and rewarding. If almost like an agreement is in place from both sides. So you agreeing to it is also then us agreeing to support you. So for us, this was another learning from our parkrun meeting with the operational parkrun team in Leeds, and they have a similar model in place whereby they ask their event directors to sign a volunteer agreement form. So we feel that our 5K Away ambassadors are kind of similar to parkrun event directors, whereby without you as ambassadors, 5K Away would not work at all. So of course, we are, you know, extremely grateful for all of your support and all of your hard work with all of your 5K Away groups across the whole country. So we, you know, want to put this in place to hopefully you know, mirror parkrun's model and to support you in the best way possible. So I know 180 of you so far have kind of ticked that. So thank you very much to everyone that has. If you haven't, we'll send round the links again with this presentation afterwards for everybody. And it would be great if you could please just fill that in. It literally takes, you know, 2 minutes to read it all, and then just kind of put your name and your group would be brilliant. Thank you. This one is me as well. So yeah, this was the new monthly support form. So every monthly numbers and support form, sorry. So every on the last Saturday of every month, normally what you were all doing was the monthly numbers form, and Joe, who's been helping us, very kindly and very kind of creatively just said actually, why don't we offer support at the same time as asking for everyone's monthly numbers after the 5K Away groups. So that's why we kind of put that in place. So the first thing to ask is, please do tell us your numbers. And hopefully you've all heard me banging on about this before, is it's not about the amount of people that come along. It's definitely for us way more quality over quantity. We really don't mind at all if one person goes along, even if it's just you all as ambassadors that go along and shout about us and wear your t-shirts with pride. But for us, we just need to know your numbers, because that's the only way we know how many people we're supporting through 5K Away. So whenever we apply for any funding, we can match those numbers and say, this is how many people we're supporting across the country. So hopefully that explains why we need the numbers, not because we're checking up on you or anything like that, or we want to make sure you have as many people as possible. That's not the reason. And then the bit that Joe added in was the support part. So hopefully this is an easy way for you to let us know if you need any support from us. If you need new flyers, if you're struggling to get into your email account, anything, hopefully you can fill out that form, and then we've got a process to be able to get back to you, and it should all be quite smooth and simple, and it'll help us, rather than getting loads of emails, enable us to try to get back to you as well. So yeah, there's an option to just put your numbers in if you don't need any support as well. Hopefully that makes sense. Using your email account, that's kind of the thing I just touched on. To use your 5K Away email account, we said in the emails that we would really like you to be able to use just these and not your personal ones from January onwards. If you are struggling to access it, we can easily reset the password. So please just give us a shout and just let us know, and we can reset the password. This is just because all of these 5KUA email addresses, and by that I mean like Alice Holt at 5KUA.org, for example, you know, you'll all have one like that. If you don't know that yours, just give me a shout and we can reset the password and let you know. It's because all of these email addresses are out on external resources. So we've added them to our location map, to our websites, to all of the personalized flyers and TV screen images that you all send out everywhere, and we share with other people to promote your groups as well. And they're also on the Cancer Care Map and the Macmillan in Your Area tool. So they're all kind of spread out everywhere. And then if you're kind of not able to access them, you may be missing people that want to come to your group. So hopefully that explains why we'd love you to use them, please, if that makes sense. Gillian.
Yes, new website, as it says there. We have got a brand new website for Move Against Cancer coming soon. Very exciting, actually. It's going to be fabulous for you and for us. For now, we'd like you to keep using the ambassador area on the existing website. If you're not familiar with it, there's lots of ideas, tips, information. It's a kind of way to connect, and it's on the current website. So please do use that. Keep using that, or start to use it. And when the new website is launched, which I believe is going to be in the new year, we'll share information about that. And then, you know, that will be where all our information is. So just sort of keep looking out for that, and we'll let you know when it's up and running.
Brilliant. And yeah, you'll go again, Gillian, with the social media.
Social media, yeah. I come from a media background, and what I would say is, you know, promotion, shouting about what we do is so important in any way, shape, or form. Like it or not, social media is a very useful tool. It's a great way for us to be able to shout about what 5K Your Way is all about from the charity's point of view, and it's a great way for all of you to shout about what you are doing locally in your different groups. We have created a good news form. Again, if you haven't got the link or you can't access it, we will send it out along with everything else we're going to send out after this. And basically, it's an area for you to put in some good news stories. So stuff that's happening in your local group. You know, you could have done some fundraising, you could have had a special event, you could have a new ambassador joining, you could have had 10 dogs turned up, whatever. But if you've got a good news story, we would love to hear about it. So if you can fill out the form and send it to us, we can use it either on our social media platforms, we can write a blog about it, you name it, but we will help you shout out about what you guys are doing, because, you know, we want people to know, we want people to hear about what's happening right around the country. So please take a look at that and just have a think, be creative, have a think. You don't need to spend a lot of time in it, put down a few bullet points, we can do the rest. Social media in general, if you're not that familiar with how to use it, or you're not quite sure how to go about it in terms of 5K Your Way, we have an existing workshop. Again, we will send the link to it. It's a recorded workshop, and there's lots of information and ideas there on how best to use social media, what other groups do, what kind of works, just to give you some tips to get started or to help sort of develop what you already do. Facebook access and support, 5K Your Way Twitter and Instagram accounts. Again, if you need any kind of help or support at all, please give us a shout, whether it's to do with content or whether it's to do with technical issues that you're having problems accessing. Please let us know, and we'd be more than happy to help you, because, like I say, it's so important to help spread the word about what we're doing. We really want more people to know. So the more we can all kind of help each other and support on that, the better it is to get us, you know, get the word out there.
Brilliant. Thanks, Gillian. And the next one is help from us. So to continue on with what Gillian was saying, I think those of you that could come to the previous workshop, that was kind of quite a lot touched on helping, you know, how we can help from a HQ side of things. So we went through this supporting current groups document which has kind of a list of things that we can help with as HQ, and then hopefully the regional and area ambassadors will begin to help with kind of wider support as well. So there's a list there. Again, we'll send around these links for anything that you might want support with. Maybe have a check in with that link first to see if anything is on there that could help you. And the same with the ambassador area of the website. So for now, as Gillian said, keep using the current website, and there's loads of links on there to support you with promoting your group, shouting about your group, downloading flyers, downloading TV screen images, everything like that is still on that ambassador area of the website. If you're struggling to access it, definitely give us a shout and we can just help you get on that as well. Help from regional and area ambassadors, as I said, those were brilliant to see some of you on here, and that is kind of a model that's just still getting going right now with our volunteer structure. So at the moment we're still learning of how to kind of work with that, but those regional ambassadors especially that are now in place will be able to support you as well, and then hopefully we'll be here to then kind of for them to then come to us if there's anything that you all need as group ambassadors as well, and we'll still be here to help with email accounts, Facebook logins, like Facebook page creations, those kind of things, flyers, etc. So, and everything else should you need us. So yeah, please just pop us an email. And then what we're doing from a national point of view to promote 5K away groups as well, all of those things that are listed there, we're kind of taking a step back and trying to promote from like a bigger, wider national standpoint as well, and that's a big thing in our strategy. So that'll be something that, well, we have been shouting about and we will continue to do so. Oh dear, it doesn't like me for a second. Sorry. The next bit is oh, there we go, we're back. Can you see it again, everyone? Excellent. Right, sorry, let me just click next before it has another strop at me. Oh no. Right, let me stop sharing. But the next bit is for Tony and Greg to shout out about Movember. So it's because I've clicked the supporting current groups link, sorry. While I sort this out, Tony or Greg, do you want to go for it?
I'll go first and then Greg can dive in.
Thanks, Tony.
So everybody knows that November is also known as Movember. It's the week of men's health awareness, and particularly about prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and men's mental health. So there's in my hometown, I came up with the idea 4 years ago of painting the town blue, because we'd had all these towns painting themselves pink to raise awareness of female cancers. But we weren't doing anything for men, so I've just had a week of men's health awareness in Altrincham called Paint Altrincham Blue, and that was all around prostate, testicular cancer, and men's mental health, in line with Movember. So later in the month, I'm going to record a Move Charity podcast with a small group of men who've had either prostate cancer, testicular cancer, or men's mental health problems. And then I'll just hand over to Greg, because it's Greg's idea to go down the Mo route. So over to you, Greg.
Hi, good afternoon or good evening. Yeah, last year we in Swindon Lydiard Park Run we launched our Movember campaign, and we donned the fake tash for the day. As you can see from the pictures on the screen there, our Park Run team got right behind it. We got onto Amazon and bought a few of the old fake moustaches, and we had a fantastic time, and we raised a lot of awareness of men's health issues, whether it be prostate cancer or testicular cancer or suicide. And a lot of people came up and said, oh, what a fantastic idea. And even if it just got two people talking and just saved somebody's life, it was worth it. And honestly, when you look at the pictures, they're fantastic. Look back at them from time to time and just chuckle. And certainly our run director, Emma, is right behind it again this year. I think we've got 72 fake moustaches in, well, now 71, ready to go for the end of the month. So yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, and the idea is that we try to mirror that at as many of our 5K Your Venue venues across the UK as possible. So if all the other venues can get behind it, you can get the fake moustaches from Amazon for like peanuts.
Yeah.
Talk to your core team about it. Ask them if they'll support you. It'd be great if we can get all the core team and the volunteers and the 5K Your Way participants wearing the false moustaches and raising awareness for men's health.
We've got 2 park runs in Swindon, Sevenfield and Lydiard, and I'm involved with both of them. I've sort of dropped the gauntlet in to say I wonder which one will have the best photo. So we've got a little bit of local rivalry going on.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Greg and Tony. That, yeah, I think for us, it's such a great way to shout about the importance of men's health. So it would be really, really cool if we could get so many groups. Imagine all the photos on the last Saturday of Movember. So yeah, be brilliant to get you all involved.
Absolutely.
Greg, do you want to send a link on the Amazon link, and I can send that around to everyone for the
Yeah,
brilliant.
I will do. I think when I looked about a week ago, they'd sold out of these type ones, but there are other, eBay can do them, and there are other sellers on Amazon. Well, I did manage to find some in just a loose bag like this. So there are, Amazon is probably the best place to go.
Excellent.
Today, and there are some available on Amazon. The 48 for £5.99, and the stick-on ones of various different styles.
They're quite good luck.
They are excellent. I love it. Thank you. Thanks very much, both. And looking forward to the podcast, Tony. Thank you. Excellent. So sorry, that took a tiny bit longer than I was expecting. But please, I know we've had some comments in the chat box. So we will, Chris, send the info and share with your group, with all other groups about Movember. We did put a post about it recently, something that Greg and Tony had written. We shared that, so I'll reshare that again, and then you can all share that amongst your groups, and we'll get an Amazon link as well. Everyone's loving that, Greg and Tony, so thank you very much. One more thing to go back to on the chat before we kind of start bringing people in to talk about things was Chris's point on Parkrun having the ability to record 5K away participation using the groups field. So we did ask ambassadors to do this quite a while ago. I think it was probably maybe earlier this year or last year. We mentioned, maybe it was the ambassador workshop, the ambassador team day. Last year, I think. We mentioned that because then we can cross-check how many people have actually got 5K away as their group profile on Parkrun, and then we can see how many participants there are as well. So excellent point, Chris. You can go on your Parkrun login and do that. I actually have got a how to do that link that I can send as well. So if anyone is struggling with how to actually do that, and like Chris says, you can accommodate 5 different groups in case you've got another running group or other exercise group that you're also part of that you'd like on there. So that would be great to put on there, but I think we found that it was a struggle to get everybody to do that, so that's why we'd also love to see your monthly numbers as well. Oh, there we go. Tony has put a link to Amazon. Amazing. Bro, I don't think there was anything else on the chat that I'd missed. Was there, Gillian?
No.
Yorkshire, we talked about that.
A big thanks to our regional ambassador, Tony, who was a great resource for the relaunch of Bolton Group. So thank you, Tony.
Amazing, thank you. And we're really happy to have you all relaunch in Bolton. So thank you so much for that, because we're obviously sad, but understand when ambassadors kind of step away and groups have to close, but then amazing when they relaunch. So fantastic. Thank you everyone at Bolton.
If you ever get over to Bolton, it's got a wonderful hill. They call it Cruella the Hill.
Love that, Cruella the Hill. Amazing. So over to you all. Either you can pop something in the chat box, or if anyone would like to kind of speak, I guess maybe rather than all speaking at once, it would be helpful if you could just pop something in the chat and say that you'd like to speak, just because obviously we've got 53 people on here, if that's okay. I can see some more things in the chat box first. So Victoria says, can we mention easy fundraising, please? Yes, Victoria, would you like to tell everybody about that? Or
yeah, I'm more than happy. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
So easy fundraising, I'm not sure who has or hasn't heard about it, but basically you're doing your online shopping, whether that's through Amazon, through your shopping, maybe Screwfix if you're renovating a house. And the donations can be, you know, pennies, but you know, as you said, every little does help. So I know we've set up a link for Move Charity, and the last time I looked, there's only 4 people registered, and one of them's me and the other is my partner. So I know it's hard when you shop online, but you can set up a donation reminder as well. So if you go onto an online shopping, whether that be Amazon or whatever, it will remind you to go via Easy Fundraising. And there's also, you know, there's enhanced donations for various sites, but particularly now at Christmas, where perhaps more people are online shopping, but there's everything on there, from holidays to, as I say, general shopping, to house renovations. Every single thing you can think of is on there. So if we can spread the word and more people can register, then perhaps we can raise a few more pounds centrally to help everybody.
Thank you so much, Victoria. That's brilliant. Thanks for promoting that. That's really excellent. We really appreciate it. I think I was doing Amazon Smile, but they've stopped that now.
Yeah,
so,
it stopped. Yeah,
which is, yeah. So this is obviously the new version of that, or a slightly different version. So yeah, please all sign up to that. That's an excellent.
Can you resend the link? I know you sent an email out when it was initially set up. If you could.
Yeah, we'll send that link with the presentation. Yeah, great idea. Thanks very much.
Perfect.
Victoria.
Thank you.
Thanks for promoting that. Brilliant. Ellen, your message about the Southwest regional ambassador, we're getting that in process. It's hopefully we've got someone on board that would be interested in that. So yeah, there's a few where we've got someone interested and I just need to set up a call with them, and there's a few where we've still got gaps, so which we can share soon. I'm just kind of trying to finalize those ones where I need to have a call with them first. So TBC on that one, and then you will be introduced. So thanks for that, Ellen. Hope that's okay. Excellent. Feel free to shout anything out there on that, Ellen, or message. But yeah, we'll go on to Julie said, I was going to ask about regional area ambassadors, how we found out who ours. Okay, yeah. So same thing with the Southwest on that. Julie, well, yeah, hopefully got someone, but I just need to have a chat with them. And I know some of you I'm going to line up chats with about being area ambassadors as well. So thank you very much for your kind of patience with that, just trying to get the calls sorted with the regional ambassadors first. Hope that's okay. Excellent. Thanks, Ellen. And thanks,
I think we should say, just while we're getting the new model in place, we're kind of working between 2 models at the moment. So obviously, if you've got any questions at the moment, and until the regional ambassadors are all in place and the area ambassadors are in place, please do still keep contacting Georgie and me for any questions, because it's going to take a little while and there's going to be an overlap while we get the new volunteers in place. So we're absolutely your first port of call for the moment, and until we get the area ambassadors in place and regional ambassadors in place, we will be your go-to people, and then as we get everyone in place, we will let you know who your own area ambassador and regional ambassador is, and what the sort of, I suppose, line of contact is, who you should contact for what. But until that's all in place, some of it's in place just now, some of it isn't. So until then, please just do keep dealing with Georgie and me for any of your questions and queries.
Excellent, thanks. Ruth, I'll come back to yours just to quickly stick on the line of regional and area ambassadors from Chris. Yes, so we're going to do a either a Facebook group or a WhatsApp group, or whatever kind of everyone thinks is easiest. Tony and I were discussing this about getting regional and area ambassadors on a channel to be able to communicate with each other so that you all can support one another as well. So to be honest, it is kind of like also what actually method of communication would work best for you all as well, so that can be something that we can discuss. There is a Facebook group for regional ambassadors, so that'll be something that we need to add everyone to, but it is there, so that might be a good starting point, and then we all decide what method would be best for you to communicate. But yeah, for now, Chris, that is also ongoing. Like Gillian said, I guess everything is just kind of still getting set up with it. Hope that sounds okay. And Ruth, awesome idea about social prescribing. Thanks, Chris. Excellent. So yeah, I have actually got some contacts with social prescribing with the Leon Solent group. So they're one of their participants. It kind of works in social prescribing. So she was kind of helping connect some social prescribers to support 5K UA, but I don't have any other connections in the rest of the UK. So don't know if anyone else does on social prescribing, but it is a really brilliant idea. And I know that it has worked well with the Leon Solent group. And I know that some other groups I think have done it as well. And they are really great. It's just trying to get hold of the network of them in different local areas will be different for every area from what I've looked into so far. But if anyone else works in that area or knows any different, please shout.
Georgie, it's Vicky here. Sorry, just to say that that's something I might be able to help with some of the conversations that I'm having nationally. So I'm actually going to a social prescribing event that's in Northeast London, actually. So I'll do some exploration around how we can connect all of our groups and how we do that. So I can feed that back once I've had some of my other meetings from a national perspective, if that helps.
Amazing. Yeah, that's fantastic. Thanks, Vicky. Because yeah. Oh, there you go. Ellen also says the National Academy for Social Prescribing might be able to help. So yeah, that is something that, yeah, Vicky, we can definitely look into as well, would be brilliant. Thanks, Anne, for mentioning it to your local social prescriber. Fantastic. This is brilliant to get all your support on this. Excellent. Hopefully that kind of helps begin to answer your question, Ruth. Yeah, on that. Chris also said, have there been any discussions with Parkrun HQ about linking with Parkrun Practice? Yes, we have linked with Chrissy Wellington, the UK head of not global anymore, UK head of health and wellbeing, and she has helped me link with Parkrun Practices in the past. We kind of tried to reboot this with Rowan from Parkrun HQ, who's now left. And we tried to reboot this with the 75-year anniversary. So hopefully that will kind of continue. But yeah, Chris, that is definitely something that us and Parkrun and all Parkrun Practices definitely need to link together more. There's a Parkrun Practice map on the ambassador area of the website. If anyone doesn't know where their local Parkrun Practice is, that might be helpful to look at. And obviously, if you'd like to contact them as ambassadors and ask them to support your 5K Way group, that would be amazing. We did actually email them.
Can I just butt in?
Yeah, go for it, Jenny. Go.
As a Parkrun Practice GP,
yes.
Basically we don't get an awful lot from head office about Parkrun Practices. We're very much left to our own devices.
Yeah.
So you're much better approaching your local practices than going through Parkrun, because we're just allowed to do as much or as little as we want. It's a name rather than anything much more than that. And some practices are really active, others are less engaged.
Thanks, Jenny. Yeah, I think I found that I think it was probably a year or so ago, we actually from HQ emailed all of the Parkrun Practices that had a 5K away group nearby to them. And it was similar, you know, some of them are kind of quite engaged and, you know, some of them aren't, just because they have, you know, the autonomy to be as engaged as they wish, as you say, Jenny. So yeah, we have done that previously, and it's something that we definitely should add to our list to do again. But if you local ambassadors also would like to contact your Parkrun Practice, then that would be excellent. Anything that I missed on that, Jenny?
No, I don't think so.
Bro, thanks. Where have we got to on these? Sorry you're late, you just finished work. No worries, Mary, nice to see you, thanks for joining. I work on the Cancer Alliance using the platform to share across our ICB. Amazing. I'm really sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Dinah. Tell me if I am. But if you'd like to talk, no worries if you wouldn't, but thank you very much. That would be incredible to share around your Cancer Alliance platform.
Georgie, It's Dinah.
Dinah.
It's fine. I'm just
Sorry.
on the Watt bike, so I didn't want to be hopping and popping down the screen.
Amazing. Love you're on the Watt bike. You go, girl.
Yeah.
Keep going. Sorry to pronounce it wrong. Thanks, Dinah. Yeah, Cancer Alliances are something that Vicky is also helping us kind of support and get our kind of move against cancer overall into Cancer Alliances. So we're working on that. I know that we've got a good relationship with the one in the Northern Cancer Alliance and some of the others as well. So a lot of them hopefully are getting to know about us, but it's something that we can definitely do more of. So thank you if you're shouting about it. Fantastic. Sorry, I'm just reading all these out.
I'll read the next one if you like. There's it's Ellen saying, our parkrun practice were the ones who approached us at Chipping Sodbury Parkrun and suggested setting up a 5K your way. So it worked that way round. If there are parkruns wanting to set up a 5K your way but lacking health professionals, I'd really recommend they link with their parkrun practice. Ours are amazing. That's really good to hear. So it can work that way round. That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks, Ellen. That's brilliant. I know that your Chipping Sodbury group are full of healthcare professionals, and you're all fantastic. So that's really awesome for you to share. Thank you. Tony, did you have your hand up? Sorry, I just saw that.
Yeah, it was just a question about ideas to get more people involved. The Cancer Alliances are great. If you can actually get to do a presentation to the pathway managers at the Cancer Alliances, they basically will get the message out to all the CNSs. And so that's a really good route to go down. So I would contact your Cancer Alliance and then ask who the pathway managers are, and then see if you can get to do a presentation to all the pathway managers and ask them to get the information down to the CNSs.
Amazing. Thanks, Tony. That's fantastic. And if you need any help with a presentation, there's a kind of stock version on the ambassador area of the website, or that you can just download and edit to be your own, to talk about your own 5K away group. Or if you need any help with that, please just let us know with sending any flyers or anything like that. So thanks, Tony. Yeah, that's really helpful. Julie, any other ideas from other ambassadors to things that have worked really well in promoting the groups, trying to come up with fresh ideas? Did anyone want to put your hands up or pop in the chat? Just not have 50, however many of you at once.
There's Sarah. Sarah's got her hand up.
Amazing. Yeah. Go for it, Sarah.
So yeah, one thing that's worked for us, I don't think it's the Cancer Alliance, but it's there's a group within our trust. I think they were originally supported by Macmillan. I'm not sure if they still are, but anyway, they do living well. Oh, what they're called living with, it's South Living With and Beyond Cancer anyway. And so they do these living well days, and they've got all the contacts as well with all the cancer care navigators within our trust. So I linked up quite closely with them, and I've been regularly going to these living well days for patients. So certainly the Shrewsbury ones I go to, and that seems to be quite successful, and I'm getting well known. They like me coming along now, and some of our other ambassadors have also been along to see how this day works, and that you directly like presenting them to patients and chatting with patients about what we do. I found that really helpful, and then sort of like say, because I've built up a relationship now with the team that put on these days, I can always go to them and ask about, you know, other contacts within the trust, which is what I've been doing to go to support groups. So I've been going to a few of the hospital support groups as well. I've just done one this afternoon actually. So yeah, I mean it's you know, it's hard initially getting the right people to talk to, but once you know find a group like that, you will find they're really, you know, happy to you know have you keep coming back if you like. So, and I think if we just, yeah, we have to keep doing it regularly so we keep our profile up. So that's basically one of the really good things that we've done, I think.
Amazing. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, Julie said thank you. I'll see what we have around here that's similar. Contacted a few groups, but need to get a few more on the case. Yeah, Julie, sometimes it's what I found with trying to promote things. Sometimes you have to email once and then follow it up. people are busy, and or try a phone call is always a good one. That's what Tony always says, phone people. Or write a letter, or go along and try and meet people, do a presentation. There's kind of lots of different ways of giving it a go. But yeah, thanks very much, Sarah, that's really helpful. Did anyone else want to share? Go on.
Can I just add that the other, prior to that, actually, that we got a local charity, Lingon Davis, that support cancer services within our trust. So I approached them quite early on, and they were super helpful. And so they have our flyers, and they still sort of promote us on the side of what they do. And they also run a cancer rehab program for patients, which again, we link in with that as well, with ICAN. That's what their cancer rehab program's called. So we occasionally go along to that to sort of try and encourage patients to progress from the 5-week program there, and then to come to Parkrun. To walk 5k. So again, that's another good local organisation, and I would suspect other areas have got similar charitable organisations supporting cancer services within their trusts. And it's just making contact with those sort of people. I think that could be really useful to get the word out, really.
Amazing. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, definitely kind of collaborating with other local charities is fantastic. Anyone else got any other kind of points to share for Julie's on what's worked well with promoting your group? That's fine. We can read out these other ones and then maybe come back to that if anyone has anything else. And yes, I know about Alison's amazing play, so promoting how much 5k away has helped her with her journey. I don't know if that's, kind of, I don't think it's ready to be showed yet, is it, Anne? So when it is ready, we'd love to share that with everybody as well, as a way to kind of promote that, because of how amazing Alison has found her support through 5k away. So that's fantastic. Donna has shared the Parkrun practices map, so that's great. So if anyone wants to copy that link on there. Chris, yes, we have got a 5k away promotional video. If you go on the, there's a few. So there's one on the there's a few on the YouTube channel, on the Move Against Cancer YouTube channel, and we've got some new ones coming that have been filmed for our new website, so you could wait till those ones, or I can send some links from the from the Move Against Cancer YouTube channel. There's a really great one of the Nottingham group that's kind of filmed on BBC East Midlands, and there's some other ones on the YouTube channel as well, and on our website. So if you want one now, definitely have a look on there if that's helpful. Joanna, sorry I missed yours. Can you promote in a workplace? Yes, please promote at your university. That would be amazing. Promote all over as much as you can would be fantastic. Gillian, sorry, do you want to read some more? Everyone's having enough of my voice, I'm sure.
Yes, so can we promote in the workplace? Yeah, any workplace. Yes, please do. Here's another one. I'm going to get your pronunciation wrong and I should know it. Rian? Yes. Rian, cancer prehab groups are also being developed in many areas and promote exercise and well-being to patients at diagnosis. So it would be a good contact point. Yes, that's a very good point, actually. Again, it's knowing, thinking about where to spread the word. So absolutely, if you've got healthcare professionals in your group, or not, even if it's just a case of finding where your nearest cancer prehab group is. But that's a great way to promote exactly the sort of people we're targeting. So yeah, thank you for that, Rian.
Prehab and rehab as well.
Yeah, prehab is still in its infancy. Greater Manchester is the best example of it, and we have prehab for cancer in Greater Manchester. What happens is people go into a program of exercise before treatment or surgery to get them fitter for prehab, fitter for the surgery or treatment, and then they get given sort of exercise regime that they can carry on in local gyms. What I see prehab as is a natural extension to that. So when they finish their program of rehabilitation after treatment or surgery, that's a great time to catch them when they finish the program, finish the rehab, and they're coming out the other end. So that's what I'd be doing with the prehab groups. They are few and far between at the moment, but it's definitely becoming a big thing moving forward. I am speaking at a prehabilitation conference in April, so I'll let Georgie know details if anybody's interested, but I think it's quite an expensive one.
Thanks, Tony. Yeah, that's excellent. There are lots of other kind of prehab programs popping up all around the country. So yeah, like you say, they are relatively new, both prehab and rehab programs. So getting in with anyone that is working on those, or asking them to kind of send flyers or promotion or anything like that would be brilliant. Just kind of going on from that, Anna, I just replied to you. It was just about parkrun GP practices. So yeah, that obviously, of course, still you could still promote 5K away to any other GP surgeries, but we were kind of talking specifically about parkrun GP practices just because they're already linked to the local parkrun, and if that is also your 5K away group, then that ties in really nicely to link to them. Awesome. Joanne.
Oh, Joanne, yeah, that's amazing. Joanne says, I lead on a rehab program in County Durham. 5K your way is part of our exit strategy. That's fantastic. That's really, really good. Well, let's see if we can get get 5K your way used as an exit strategy in other prehab groups. That'd be amazing. And rehab groups, yeah.
It definitely is. I can't think of any others off the top of my head now, but definitely more where we need to we're doing a big piece of work to pull together everything, where all of the kind of links we've got with other outside organizations, charities, NHS organizations, everything to show where we're already kind of being promoted. And I know, but I can't think of any, so please shout if you are doing this, where 5K away is also part of the exit strategy for a prehab or rehab program. Sue, no worries, thanks if you have to go. We've got like 2 more minutes if anyone else wanted to ask anything or share anything, or kind of going back to, I've forgotten whose point it was now, Julie's, I think, on how to promote your group. Hopefully that gave you some good ideas, Julie.
Georgie, I could just come in there as well and just
thanks, Sophie.
I would just say a really valuable thing to do is just get a shout out for every 5K your way, because you never know. I mean, you might be thinking you're preaching to the converted, but there will be people there that work in the healthcare service or who have friends or relations who are affected. So just keep plugging away, just keep going to your run director and saying, we're here again today, could you give us a shout out, or even better, could I borrow the mic and have a quick shout out? It's invaluable. Really good way.
Awesome, thanks, Sophie. I was literally going to pick on you and ask you to say that.
Yeah,
so I'm glad you did it all right already. And if anyone isn't sure on what to say, there's a little kind of spiel about 5K away that Tony wrote for us on the ambassador area of the website. If you're not sure what to kind of go up and say, even if you literally just say, we're a support group for anyone impacted by cancer, please come over and say hi. That's literally it. And it does help, doesn't it, Sophie?
It definitely helps. We do that at Alice Holt, and I think almost every month we get at least one person come over to us afterwards, or come up to us during the run and just sort of say hi, or talk to us. So yeah, it's good.
Amazing. Sonia, part of your discharge planning is to signpost to 5K away as well, so that's fantastic. In Ireland, right, or Northern Ireland? I'm really sorry, I've got that wrong. There are 90 groups. I can't remember everybody, but I'm pretty sure it's one of them. Julie, thank you very much for coming, and Joanne and Anne, amazing to wear your top everywhere. People ask about it. People do. I think they see it and they're like, what is this? What does that mean? So even if you just wear it to a park run that's not the last Saturday of the month, or where you're visiting kind of parkrun tourism, or wear it out for your run wherever you live, hope maybe you never know, someone might see it and they'll Google it. So yeah, that's also excellent promotion. We're bang on 6:30 and we've got through all the comments, so hopefully that if you do have anything else, please do get in touch with us or with any of your regional ambassadors as well. Yours in Italy, Donna.
Oh, here's Donna. I wore mine in Italy last month. 2 British tourists asked about it. Yes.
Amazing.
We're going to spread abroad.
Fantastic. Looking forward to Movember's session, Ellen. Yeah, me too. Excellent. Brilliant. Thanks very much all for joining. If you do have any other, we'll try and finish there on time. The same happened in a Greek island, Alan. Amazing. This is brilliant. Love this. So yeah, thank you all very much for joining. Really hope that did actually kind of help everyone. Please do email if you didn't get a chance to give your support, give your questions or feedback. And we will share all of these links. So please, if you missed it, I know some people joined late. Thanks for all your lovely messages. That's really nice. Lovely to see you all. I know that most of the time we just email, so it's nice to actually see everybody. Thank you.